Ain't no jail cell around this motherfucker big or bad enough for my black ass to keep me off your ass if you do anything to my son. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for coming back to my channel. This is the Queen Sugar Review, Season 2, Episode 3. Something about the morning. Oh my God, y'all. I don't even know. Let's see if I can get through this without waking people up, because people in this house still sleep. It ain't even 6 a.m. yet. Okay. So we start off with Wood and Vi laying up in the cut. Got their strawberries and their whipped cream going on after a night of blissful, you know what grown folks do, right? Okay, so they throwing jokes and shots back at each other, lovingly joking shots back at each other. And she was like, you know what would go real good with this whipped cream and strawberries? If you had a little bit of chocolate. He was like, woman, you can't handle the chocolate you already got. I'm like, y'all better go ahead on with y'all little cuteness. And she was like, he's like, you know, you was good, but might be a little bit out of practice. I don't know how long they've been separated. She like, shit, you the one who was all breathing extra hard like you going to glory. I like to fell out. I was like, okay. So Wood and Vi are back together. Yes. So while we're there, Nova and Micah are at Nova's house. So I'm assuming this is after the rally. He's staying with Nova. And she fixing him something to eat. And it looks like he's about to eat until she starts questioning him again about how he's feeling. If there's anything he need to talk about, he need to get off his chest or what have you. And then he just shuts down again and walks off. Charlie comes through and she's like, okay, how my boo doing? She's like, look girl, he ain't did nothing but sleep since he been here. And Charlie's like, yeah, that's to be understood. She said, no girl, it's more than that. He ain't eating, he ain't talking, something else is wrong. And she said, and then she finally told him that, you know, he urinated on himself the night that they picked him up from the police station. And Charlie is standing there with this shocked and dazed face, like, I just don't know what to do for my son right now. So she gets a phone call comes through from Ra, and Nova's like, no, I haven't told her yet, but she right here, gonna holler at her. All right, so they put him on speakerphone, and Ra was like, look, I already talked to Nova about it. She cool with it, and he lets her in on the microaggression loan. Is that how? Why is it microaggression? I was just talking to somebody about Facebook about microaggression. About people asking, could you touch your fucking hair? And their response was, and now I get microaggressive. So that's why microaggressive came to mind. So she said it was a micro loan. And he was explaining to her about the loan. She's like, yeah, the loan for the seed that we didn't approve. I'm like, why he always need the stamp of approval for you? And Ross said it. He was like, dude, am I the one running this for him or not? And she's like, yeah, on a daily operation, but there's no but. If he's running the farm on a daily operation, why is there a but? I was debating with somebody on another channel about the fact that Charlie is very controlling over Ra and this farm, and they kept saying, well, yeah, she put all her money in. It's her money. If it's her money, she could say what she want to do. Sweetheart, that's not how a partnership works. Unless Ra's a silent partner, that's not how a partnership works. If somebody invests money into a business and it's for the business, the investor does not get to come in here and tell you how to do your daily operation. Once you sit down and let's say, for example, I wanted to buy, matter of fact, let's go to the TV show Shark Tank. So these people want to get money from these investors. These investors listen to their pitches, their ideas, or what have you, and they make their suggestions at that point on how they think their money should be spent, well spent with them. And if they like the idea, what have you, they donate the money. Once they do that, the only thing that the investors do is making money off of that money. 9 times out of 10, they don't have a say on your daily operations. They're looking at overall as a whole, and they will look at things that or affecting their money as a whole. But they ain't gonna tell you, yeah, you can get this. No, you can't buy this pair of shoes. No, you can't pick up that pencil right there. No, you can't do that. That is not how it works. I can't buy an eraser today because I need Charlie approval. That's not how that works. And that's definitely not how a partnership works. We were given this land equally by my father, our father. And, but you're trying to tell me what I could do with my land. Now, the only reason why he need her damn permission is because she pretty much had to put like her name on it as if she was giving out W-2s, because he really ain't earning a living wage from that farm. But they needed to do that for the parole board. So, okay. So in paper sense, he needed to go to Charlie for a signature. But Nova already approved it too. So like, I'm understanding why Nova ain't got no say. So why Nova ain't got no voice. But she don't really care about the farm at all. But still, she really ain't got no voice in this either. So it's really Charlie over the both of them. Whatever Charlie wants, regardless what the other two want. That's some bullshit. Okay, so anywho, they ended that conversation, and Rob's like, look, my parole officer is here. I'm gonna get off this phone with you. So my throat kind of dry. I should have had some water this morning. So Rob was like, my parole officer's here. So the parole officer rolled to the house, you know, dap up, blue, and he kind of sits down with him and he shows him the handwritten will that his father left that says that he gets everything on the land. And dude is like, you know, it look legit. I'm not a lawyer, and it doesn't have like a completed date on here, which I don't know what's partial about a date. Should it have said April, A-P-R-I-L instead of APR? What's a partial date? But he said it's a partial date, so that may be an issue right there if it's not dated properly. But it looks like the intent is there and everything is, you know, there. So, yeah, I think. And then Rob, he said, you know, it should hold up in court. Rob was like, court? My sisters be mad, but they ain't gonna take me to court on it. So I'm hoping that it's not gonna come to no court case about this damn land. That would turn this family up. They would turn this family up. What I don't understand though, why is Charlie so hard pressed against Ralph Angel though? It's like she hate him when she talked to him. We'll see as we go further on in this episode. So we go back to Wood and Vi. They chilling again. She making up the bed, and it looks like Wood is staying in the hotel just based off of the little sort on the door, because I think they're still down south in New Orleans. Not down south, because they are down south. St. Joe's is separate from New Orleans, so I think they're still over in New Orleans where the rig exploded. And Aunt Vi's making up the bed. I guess maybe he got like a homestay or something like that, so you still take care of your own room. Housekeeping may come by once a week or something like that. I don't know, but maybe that's what's going on. So she's making up the bed, and he just now talking about how good it is to be back home, you know. But he's so tired of this 2 weeks off the road, 3 weeks back on the rig, 2 weeks off the road, 3 weeks back on the rig, and then he get a phone call from the rig saying, "Bruh, you need to be back here in 48 hours." It's like, damn, so soon? I'm like, damn, so soon? This shit just exploded. And now we got to come back that fast. I understand money being lost, but our safety is at hand. And Vi was like, oh, shit, well, look like we up against the clock. Vi and Wood is smashing and passing through this whole motherfucking episode, y'all. Thank God they did not show the actual sex scenes. It was just implied, and that is like some of the best sensuality to me on TV, is when you know that afterglow that you show, when I'm just sitting there basking in each other's love, that is sexy. It's just the implication of that, they just got it in real good. Just, you know, the jokes about the fact that he was breathing out extra hard, and that right there, that's sexy. That's sexy. I don't need to see all the act. I don't need to see all the act. I can watch porn for that. But okay, they back at the farm. And Blue is outside playing. The parole officer's gone. Rod's doing dishes. And you hear this little sound outside. And Blue looks up and see this little drone flying over. He running, chasing after it like a little kid would do. You know, because if we see the remote control airplanes in the mall, little kids be like, hey, I'm fascinated. So little Blue was running after And then Rock heard all of a sudden, and he look up from the dishes, and all of a sudden you hear Blue scream and the crash. Rock, baby, he jumps over that doggone banister on the porch like it was a hurdle, and it tracked me. What is my dog going through? Vito, hold on. But strange, he cleaning himself, but I guess he couldn't reach a spot. All that extra groaning, I don't know, maybe he ain't over there masturbating, is he? Vito. Rock go out there and he look at the drone and he picking up the camera like, what the fuck is this? And why the fuck is this on my property, right? So instantly he thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Oh, this them Landry motherfuckers. But he rolls down to the Boudreaux's office. Now the Boudreaux people are the cousins or relatives of the Landrys. And again, I said in the last video, I think that this is the white family that is basically kingpins down here in the sugar mill land. They own all the seeds, they own all the mills to grind it, and they used to own the Bordelons, Ralph, Angel, Nova, and Charlie's ancestors. They used to own them as slaves. So that's where it all ties in it. So Ralph roll up in there, and when he walk in, Jacob Boudreaux was like, hey, I'll go and get out of here. The people that was in the meeting with him, he said, this ain't gonna take long. And Ralph was like, yeah, you right. It ain't gonna take long. He was like, well, how you doing, Ralph? Ralph Angel. Better put some respect on my name, bro. That's what you better do. And so he said, so he tried to get him to admit that he was spying on his land. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, dude, you ain't gonna even be a man. He says, all right. He put a little drone out. He said, we know you, your people, your cousins, your uncles, whatever, out here spying on my property. He said, stay the fuck off my land. He was said, well, stay off your land. He said, stay the fuck off my land. You hear me? And so, I love when he said, you feel me? You feel me? And Jacob was like, look, dude, you don't threaten me. He said, you better watch that little boy. That's what you need to keep an eye on. Boy, Rye rushed up on that motherfucker, had him hemmed up all up by his neck and the collar, and I was like, lay it into him, Rye. And he said, go ahead. Jacob said, go ahead. Go on, hit me. It'd be the best thing I could have to get your ass gone and send you back to jail, little motherfucking convict. And so Rye calmed down for a minute in his mind. He didn't show him that he calmed down all the way, but he didn't land that punch. He was holding it back like microaggression. There was macro at that time. So he was holding it back. And he said, look here, motherfucker, let me tell you one thing. Ain't no jail cell around this motherfucker big or bad enough for my black ass to keep me off your ass if you do anything to my son. Believe that. Feel me? I don't know if he said you feel me at the end or not, but he told that motherfucker, you better watch your back. Watch your back around these parts, especially when it comes to my son. You better know that. And I don't know if that was just me. That was one of the sexiest scenes with Ralph. I like when Ralph showed that aggression. Oh, that's so sexy. I so hate that boy is like half my age. He 20 motherfucking 2, y'all. 22. He's so cute. He's so fine. He's so fine. Charlie goes to confront Davis. Because after she picked up Micah from Nova's house, they had a conversation in the car about the divorce. And Michael was like, what y'all fighting about, money? She was like, no, we fighting about you. And she questioned him about whether or not he told his daddy that he wanted him to have shared custody. And Michael was like, yeah, because, I told him I wanted to spend more time with him. And more than I have seen him in the few months that I've seen him. And she said, but did you use those exact words? You wanted him to have legal shared custody of you. And Michael just looked out the window. And she was like, yeah, I thought so. So she going to confront Davis about this situation. Rolls up in the house. Davis got on a towel. That's how you answer the door, bro. You didn't even know it was Charlie, did you? You just roll up on that house. nice all chest out, like go. Eye candy for days, y'all. Eye candy for days. So yes, Charlie busted the door like, you lied to me about Micah. He said he didn't want to be in your custody, and he was like, he did. And she was like, no, he didn't. And I'd be damned if I let you have him. Unless Micah tell me that he want to be with you, ain't no fucking way he gonna be in your custody. Basically, Davis was like, look here, you know my background. You know I didn't have no motherfucking daddy until I met your daddy, and he became my daddy. And the only reason why you had a damn daddy because he was allowed access to you. You know what I'm saying? I understand your daddy had Nova and Ralph, and he wasn't even with Lorna, your mama. But your mama made a decision to allow him to be in your life, so you had your daddy around, even though you was already here in California. I just want that same opportunity for my child. She sat there and listened for a minute, and she says, I almost believed you were sincere. And I'm like, bitch, Charlie, you getting on my nerves right now. You really getting on my nerves right now. I don't know where you didn't see sincerity in that, but regardless of the fact, why the fuck are you trying to keep this man away from his son? There's thousands of men out here who don't give a fuck about their kid. Thousands of women out here don't give a fuck about their kid. And you got a parent that wants to be an active parent. And now, like I said, once I looked at it again, I don't understand why shared custody is such a fucking issue. He's 16. He's not like a 3-year-old that's going to be pulled back and forth and not understanding what's going on with their parents. He's 16. I don't understand this shared custody. I understand as a mother that you want to keep your kid. I do. I understand. So you should understand that as a father who wants to be with their kid, the same reason why they would want to be with their child as well. But you're so hard pressed on what he did to you that you can't see what you're doing to Micah by keeping him from his father. So she, like I said, she was like, no, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. He ain't coming with you. And she about to walk out the door, and David said, hey, Charlie, but that loan, no. I was like, oh shit. He said, yeah, I know about it. My lawyer told me about it. I got alerts on all my shit. Trust me, I know about your fucking loan. You might want to think about what you're saying, because I will go shut that shit down. See how you get that fucking sugar meal open now. Let me be with my goddamn son. Now, David said a little nicer than that. A little less aggressive than that, but that's how the fuck I was feeling at that point, too. So, we go back to Vi and Wood. Like I said, they been chilling and smashing and passing through this whole episode. They laying up in the pool, feeling like they 19 again. And probably like, you know, we ain't no kids. Let's be honest, though. We ain't no fucking kids. And we can't sit here and pretend like this ain't finna come to an end soon. You know, you're gonna be gone for 5 months. I said 5 months? What the fuck? He just said earlier that he go on the rig for 3 weeks, come back home for 2 or 3. This motherfucker been be gone for 5 months now? What in the entire hell? I'm like, Queen Sugar, what y'all doing to us? We like Wood on the show. He can't disappear for 5 motherfucking months. What other acting job he got? No, stay right here. No, stay Wood. I got a little bit upset right there. So Charlie meet with Ra. That's what's happening next. Charlie meet with Ra, and she walks in the door like, what the fuck is this about, Ralph Angel? I ain't want to hear about this damn loan no more. I'm like, bitch. And Ra like, motherfucker, I don't want to talk to you either. Shit, but Nova was gone. Yes, set her ass straight. Charlie is working my nerves this season. First season, I was like, okay, I like Charlie, and I wasn't feeling Nova. It done flipped. I'm feeling Nova this season. Charlie getting on my motherfucking nerves. So, yeah, so he basically tell her about what happened with the drone, and she was not appreciative of the fact that he went down there to talk to the man, man to man. You know, she wasn't appreciative of that at all. And so they got into a little exchange of words. He was like, you know, I handled it like a man. I stepped on like a man do. She was like, I don't even want to know what that means. Like, this is why I don't want to give you the loan, because you might make a decision that's going to put us all at risk. And I'm like, Charlie getting on my nerves right now. She getting on my nerves. She keep treating Ra like he a motherfucking child. He is not a fucking child. He's a grown-ass man. He can make grown-ass man decisions and make grown-ass man mistakes, and let him fix his own grown-ass man mistakes when it's done. He talking about using the loan for the part of the land that's his. Not even the part of the land that's tied to you and Nova. What's his? And he And then with this loan, she just want Ralph to need her. She just wanted everybody to need her. That's what it is. We go to Nova. When Shorty came over to the crib, she saw Nova was packing a bag, and she's going to Atlanta for a panel on mass incarceration. She had a little cute red and green dress she was wearing. It looked like a little fucking Christmas present, but it was cute. And she down here at her little mixer before the panel begins. And I guess the guy who's hosting the panel, I forgot his name, he was Dr. somebody. He came up to her and talked to her about her work she's doing with the bail fund, and he wanted her to meet somebody. Introduced her to this bruh who was a epidemiologist. I meant to Google that word before I came on here, but I didn't. Okay, so I just Googled it. Epidemiology deals with the medicine that deals with the spread of disease, the control of disease, the health and risk factors, and how it comes about, and different reasons why these diseases and these risk factors are an issue, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember what the fuck I just read, but it had something to do with the occurrence of different diseases in the population and the health risk and factors that go along with it. That's what epidemiology has to do with. That's what he does. He's an epidemiologist. I thought it had something to do with like number crunching and statistics, the way that they were talking, based off the way that. But I guess that would be a statistician. But the way they were talking, that's what it made it seem like. So they introduced bro, and I'm thinking, is that Joe? I swear for 5 minutes I was like, is that Joe? Joe put on some weight. And then I said, no, that's my boy Black Ice. He's a poet. And if you know Black Ice, he was on Def Poetry Jam. And he went on Def Poetry on Broadway, so he's had a little acting under his belt. And I was like, so Google him, Black Ice poet, you'll see his picture. And so I was like, is that him? All through the episode, I kept going back and forth with my daughter. It's like, no, that's Joe. No, I'm certain that's Black Ice right now. His real name is Lamar. I was like, I'm so certain that's him. I said, but that motherfucker didn't post on Facebook that he was on Queen Sugar. I'm going through his Facebook profile. And then I was like, damn, Joe didn't mention it. I was like, who is that? After the episode was over, I Googled who Dr. Dubois was. That's his name on the show. And I'm already knowing Dr. Dubois is going to become Nova's love interest. I feel it already. Come back to this video and check me if I'm wrong, right? Okay. So, I Googled him, and his name is Alimi Ballard. I stopped watching CSI Las Vegas a few years ago, and I'm binge watching every CSI episode right now, from starting with Las Vegas to Miami to Cyber, all of them, but they kind of have crossover. So right now, Alimi is not on CSI Las Vegas. He did 3 seasons with them, but that's where he was from, CSI. He also played in The Catch, Shondaland's new show that I think got canceled already. It didn't look of interest to me, so I didn't watch it. But that's Alimi Ballard. And like normally, I guess his beard is not as, his beard is not full now, but it's not as full as it is. So yeah, I thought it was Joe for a long time. So if y'all hear me calling him Joe when I do these reviews instead of Dr. Dubois, I don't know, I like the way Dr. Dubois sounds. Dr. Dubois, I don't know, yeah. So they get introduced, and you can see there's an immediate attraction from him to Nova. So like I said, they're gonna be booze. Watch, my hands are kind of red. Believe it or not, my hair has dyed. You can only see it in the sun. I'll wait till y'all see my pictures. I'm gonna try to take pictures on my trip. Okay, so then they go to, after they have that meet, they go to the actual panel about mass incarceration, about genocide in the community, what is the symptom of why things happen. And again, like he's talking about, he believes there's a lot of risk factors come when poverty situations are created, risk factors as far as health. And Nova's like, well, we need to look at why we have these risk factors to begin with, right? So they get into a heated discussion about that, passionate discussion about that. And why is Nova speaking in syncopation? Just like what she did at the rally. And I said that her speech sounded like she was spitting a poem. the way she was delivering it. She's talking like this while she's spitting a poem. If you ever went to a slam poetry session, the average slam poet may do a delivery such as that. I don't know why I'm speaking this way. Why they think poets talk like this. So while she's sitting here on this panel having this discussion, I'm going to talk this way. Why they got her speaking that way? I don't remember Nova ever having her conversations are usually pretty fluid and full of passion, but now she's talking with this syncopation in her voice. I don't know, kind of threw me off. And you hear all the hand claps and the finger snaps coming from the audience, right? And when they pan out, there's two other white panelists who never say anything during this whole discussion. But the whole audience appeared to be white. And they like clapping and snapping and everything being clapping. Like they really connected to the subject matter. So Vi and Wood, they still romancing us and everything. And they outside having a little dinner by the pool side. Got the little camp going, little roses or what have you. I don't know what the food was, but they said that this is eating right here. Vi said this was the only meal that they have had in the last 48 hours. Only full meal other than the strawberries and whipped cream. Would say, hey, you know what, Ma? I love you, girl. And I can't stand to be away from you another 5 months. And she said, what you talking about? You finna quit the weed? He said, yeah. For a minute. It's time for me to be home with you in St. Joe's. You are the most important thing to me. Keena was like, he the real. A man is gonna quit his job for you. It's a noble idea, and I love that he is willing to make the sacrifice to be with her in the physical space. But I hope he got a backup plan, because can't survive off of love. You need to have some type of income coming in. So hopefully he got a backup plan, because I don't want that to become an issue between Wood and Vi, that this man ain't got no money. He just sitting up on his ass at the house. We don't want that on Queen Sugar, but we know that Queen Sugar is very good for putting in real life situations, and I don't want that to be it for Wood. I like them as a couple. I do. I like their dynamic. Okay, so Rod at the crib chilling, chilling in the bed. All of a sudden, oh shit, hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. That was my alarm telling me to get my ass up. Now it's wake up time. Now it's time for me to rise. It's 6:30 a.m. So, like I was saying, Rod was in the bed, sleep. He hear a bump in the night. He get up, look out yonder, see who he can see. He don't see nothing. Shut the window. But let me go check out the space, right? He walking through, look out and say, oh, hell to the motherfucker, no. Saw somebody out there in the yard, like they was picking up shit to steal. Rod grabbed a gun. He was like, wow. He go out there like, little sweats and Tims out there. Run out. Rod go out there, load off 2 rounds. I said, some warning shots. It sounded like it was a helicopter ahead. Am I the only one that heard that sound? Because first, when I watched, I watched it twice. When I watched it the second time, I was like, no, that wasn't the truck. You even see like the searchlight almost. It's like they had a fucking helicopter out there as well. And the truck decides to take off. When the truck takes off, you hear a different... Did you see my cat right there? When the truck takes off, you hear a different motor sound, and you still hear the helicopter sound. I don't know if that's supposed to be the music soundtrack, or was it really a helicopter? And there's a man running behind the truck like, hey, wait, don't leave me. Them motherfuckers jetted. They left this man behind. Motherfuckers ain't shit. We gonna do a motherfucking heist together. Don't motherfucking leave me. We came together. So, they take off, and... oh shit, I'm sorry, I always get lashes in this eye. It took me a week to get one. Y'all been seeing me picking my eye all week. It took me a week to get all them damn eyelashes out my eye. I wonder why I'm losing my eyelashes. Might be a sign of pre-diabetes. Okay, so basically, it was a dude named Henry Lee, because Blue caught, not Blue, Rod caught that ass. He caught up to that motherfucking ass. And he's about to lay into him again. Rod good at holding back that punch. Why my hand be look like this when I'm ready to put on screen? I don't punch like that though, for real, yeah. I ain't punched nobody in a long damn time. I don't even know how to punch no more. So Rob rushed up, ran up behind him. They said they left bro behind, so Rob was able to catch his ass falling off the truck. And we pulled his mask off of him, and this motherfucking Henry motherfucking Lee. Like, what? Bruh. Next thing we see is Henry Lee, Prosper, Rod, and Charlie sitting in the kitchen. And he telling him, you know, I've been out of work for a while. Something happened. He fell on hard times. And he was out trying to find work, but you know, for a man his age, work ain't out there. So he leave out the house every day, and his wife think that he working still. So his only option was to go with the Landrys, and the Landrys wanted him to come to the land to just kind of spy on them. And he said, so dude, the whole thing with the working with Charlie and the mill, that was all a farce. Cause he ain't got no damn farmland that he working. He done lost everything. So what is he grinding? So basically he was the mole. Remember, every time that the Landrys would like be one step ahead of Charlie, and every move they was making, Henry Lee was one of those people, because we still don't know who else was in the truck and why he didn't give up the other people that was driving that truck. I don't understand. I don't even understand why they didn't ask who's in that truck, right? But still, okay. So, but he telling me, yeah. So now Landry wanted some of Remy's old secret sugar cane, so they came here tonight to steal some. So I thought that they got that sugar cane in the back of the truck, but when Shorty heard that, Shorty like, oh, that's okay, tell that shit to the police. She about to pick up the phone and call the police, and Rod's like, no, don't do that. He said he didn't even get what he came for. And I was like, I could have sworn they got that sugar cane in that truck before that truck took off. But Rod said they didn't get what they came for. So he wanted to get the dude a second chance. He said, I know I've been that man. I've been on hard times where I feel like I can't provide for my family, and you don't know who to turn to. You don't got nobody to turn to. That's not good, proper English. You don't have anyone to turn to. And, yeah, so you would do anything to provide for your family, even bad things. Him and Charlie had an exchange of words about that. Charlie was not pleased that Rod did not want him to call the police. And Rod was like, I don't give a damn what you're talking about. And he walked the fuck away, right? Henry Lee basically didn't get the police called on. Charlie and Rod bust in on the Landrys and the Bordeaux. Luckily, they in the same office together today. And they walk in. And they like, oh, fuck y'all doing? She say, oh, it's daytime. What the fuck you mean by it's daytime? She say, see, when we come up on people's property, we come in the middle of the day. We don't sneak on people's properties in the middle of the night like some fucking cowards like y'all do. I was like, okay, I was loving Charlie in this minute, because she been getting on my nerves all season. But I've been loving Charlie in this minute. You know, of course they still try to play dumb again. So Charlie is good with her words. But just because you're good with your words, don't mean that you know every fucking thing. But I'm going to stay off there for a minute, because Rob was there backing up. He had that look like, say something to my sister if you want to. Make a move. Feel me? You feel me? Gonna be his statement all season for me. So, they basically put their ass in check. And she was like, you don't want to fuck with us. You fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. You don't want that, bro. You ain't about that life. Landry gonna tell her, Sam Landry gonna tell Charlie, look, I've been in the sugarcane business for 100 years. You look like you're 100 years old too, bro. He said, y'all been in for what, 3 months? See, that's not true, because if your generations of family been in it for some years, then you got to count the generations that her family been in it as well. So let's make this equal ground. But it's neither here nor there. Let's keep it moving. He said, so you might want to check yourself if you think you want to step to us. And she said, you know what, little boy, you might want to ask yourself that question, whether or not you want to step to us. You don't want these problems. You don't want no problems with me. That's how I was feeling right there. Tell him, Charlie. And they walked the fuck away. They stepped out of there. Vinewood coming on home to a surprise party. They didn't realize, like, how the fuck y'all know we was coming home right now? We ain't tell nobody. Apparently Boogie, which is Kiki's daddy. He might be Kiki's cousin or uncle. But Boogie kenned Kiki. Boogie told them because they saw him in town. And so they had a nice little surprise party, a welcome home party for them, and had the music going. Well, why was Wood invited only to dancing? Everybody else sitting around just laughing and chuckling up, having a good time. And Micah was smiling. I was so happy to see Micah smiling. But everybody having a good time. And Wood threw that one leg up, did that pop. I was like, oh, don't do that no more, Wood. Don't do that ever again. Did he pop 2 more times on me? I was like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. You ain't that old, bruh. So, yeah, Charlie finally agreed to do it alone with Ra. You know, he had a mini conversation with Micah, and she was very appreciative of that. She said, you know what, I understand, I get it. You just need to be able to do what you want to do for it to make you thrive for your family, like Blue, your direct family, your household. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off on that loan. He was like very pleased as punch. He was very pleased about that. And I was thinking, thank God they can avoid a lawsuit. And and so yeah, I was happy about that. So thank God Charlie turned out her stubbornness for right now. So they about to roll out. The party's over. They about to roll out, and Val like, where y'all going? Y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. Y'all can stay here. And we're like, shit, let them go. We got to do our thing. Grown folks gotta do what grown folks do. So Charlie was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to get my own place too. And so I guess she's gonna try to move out of the house. And Val was like, no, y'all ain't gotta go nowhere. But I guess, you know, her and Wood had a time together. And Charlie ended up taking Micah over to Davis's house. And she's gonna allow him to be a daddy to Micah, and she's gonna agree to the joint custody with the warning: don't fuck this up, because if you do, I'm coming for you. Please believe that. And I'm just like, thank God, Charlie, but you didn't have to put that ending part on her. Just that's it, Charlie. That's it. All right, y'all. That's Queen Sugar. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Like I said, I get these reviews up within 48 hours of the show. I'm getting on a flight this afternoon to LA. So Queen Sugar next Wednesday, I will be on another, I won't be able to watch that night. I will not be able to watch it the Thursday, so expect it by Friday again. But thank y'all for being patient with me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. When I say comment, I do mean comment. Drop your comments down in the comment section, whether y'all agree with me or not. But if you don't agree with me, don't try to come for me with no bullshit. All of your motherfucking feelings like you the goddamn character on the show. Just disagree with me in a respectful tone and place. All right, y'all. Peace.